Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity and creator of Bogash Life in Balance. And today we're going to talk a little bit about keto and specifically exogenous ketones, or ketones that you would take as like a supplement. And the ketogenic diet has been around for a long time, way before it was cool to lose weight, way before anti-seizure medications came out. The ketogenic diet was used to help manage seizures, and it did that very well. However, when the cool stuff came along in the prescriptions, the ketogenic kind of got pushed to the side, and not because it was not effective, just because it wasn't bright, new, and shiny, and there wasn't anybody that could make a lot of money off of the keto. So and then there was Atkins in the 80s, but keto really is not about the protein. People look at it and they go, oh my god, I can have all the cheese and bacon I want, but that's not at all what ketogenic diet's about. It's all about the fats. But what we don't have an answer for, whether we're talking about weight loss, whether we're talking about seizure control, migraines, blood vessel health in general, is how do they work? Does the fats in the ketogenic diet have a positive influence on the brain? Does the diet itself change the gut microbiome, and then the gut microbiome starts to make better neurotransmitters? Does the ketones formed when our body starts to convert, they break down fats to use ketones as energy instead of glucose or sugar? Is it the ketones themselves that have a positive effect? Is it the ketones themselves that have an effect on the gut that then affects the neurotransmitters? We don't really have an answer for that, despite, like, most people know what keto is, but we're still not entirely sure how it works. So studies like this one give us some more ideas of how ketogenic diet may be working. And in this particular scenario, they used exogenous ketones. So those are ketones that you would take in like a drink mix. In particular, they used beta-hydroxybutyrate and 12 grams, so about like a scoop if you had it in a ketones drink. It would be about a scoop of that. And this is a small study, but they followed 14 people with obesity and average age of 56, so just a wee bit older than me, and followed them for 2 weeks. And it was pretty impressive from just taking a drink mix. They had they checked their blood glucose 2 hours post-prandial, so they looked and see what their blood sugar did for a couple hours after they ate. When they took the exogenous ketones before the meal, they had 8% lower glucose. They had flow-mediated dilation, so an indicator of how healthy the blood vessels were. So the blood vessels were healthier and there was less inflammation. Just from adding, like not even changing the diet, just adding a scoop of exogenous ketones before the meal. So really raises some interesting questions about how we can start to narrow it down. It may be the ketones themselves that are doing the work, and not the fats in the ketone diet or in the ketogenic diet. So anyway, but just studies like this really kind of give us a better idea of how ketones may work in a friendly way in our body. As always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.